Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Nicholas. As a reminder, I garden in Central Ohio Zone 6B, and today I have 3 projects I would like to get done. 2 of which should be pretty simple. The other one is a little bit more intense. So the first project is I have some stubborn plants, perennials, that are browning right now and they just need cut back. Particularly yarrow, and had I cut it back earlier in the season, it probably would have flushed and maybe even bloomed again. At this point, I'm going to take it back to the ground and it might give us some greenery and that will be fine, but it's just looking scrubby right now and I want to get rid of that. The second job we're going to do is to clean up what we did a couple videos ago. So I made a bed out by the road on the border of my property and I want to mulch that, which shouldn't be too bad. It's an open area. It should be easy to just dump the bags and then lay it out. And then third is I would like to get a couple things planted. I have some stuff in my backlog area, some I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to plant today. I'll let that evolve, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start by heading over to where the yarrow's at. I actually have a new tool that I'm going to use. So let me grab everything, go over there, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Actually, while we're still in the shade, I'll just show you everything that's in the wagon today. I have this trimmer. It'll make easy work of when you want to trim something flat or if you want to shape a shrub or something. I have my kneeling pad, I have my auger, well, that's my tripod, and then I have some mulch, and that's all we're going to need minus the plants, but we'll get those in a minute. Here is one of the patches of yarrow that I have. As you can see, they're just browning up, and there's actually some grass growing in the yarrow. I might pick out what I can, but I'm probably just gonna mow it all down. And then I have another area on the side of the house that will need done as well. But look how pretty the sky is today. Everything looks so crisp and clean. And the weather, the temperature, it's hot. It's especially when you're in the sun. But if you're in the shade, it actually feels okay. But too bad we'll be in the sun most of the time. But I'm just gonna get going. I did forget one thing. I need to grab some gloves. But when I get those, we're just gonna go into it. This is the other spot that I have. It's a little, I don't know. I might have to do some of this by hand. And honestly, I might just pull it because it has already reseeded and it will come back just fine. But it's just a little wild, and yeah, I just need to clean it up a bit. I still have a lot of work to do in the future, but at least all the brown dead stuff is gone, and I need to work on this rose, but I tacked it like up against the trellis for now. Yeah, so things have room to breathe again. I just want to redo this whole area, but not right now. I just wanted to clean it up. And then some of the stuff, like this phlox right here, is absolutely beautiful, and it's blooming and looking fantastic, but the leaves underneath are like brown and scrubby. So one could go in there and like pull the leaves off, but that's doing too much. I don't have time for that, but I think it does look a lot better now. And then it makes me realize that I should put something in front of this phlox that will cover the middle section, because one thing we do struggle with in my area with phlox is powdery mildew, and that's exactly what's happening to all those leaves. And you know, you can spray and be preventative, but I'm really bad about preventatively spraying things. So I actually don't, like, it doesn't really mind, like I don't stare at it. I just look at the pretty stuff and don't stare at the ugly stuff. But I guess, well, we're all different. So now I got to pick up my mess, and I think we're ready to go mulch. As a reminder, this is the bed that we made the other day to allow for these candelabra hydrangeas. So it's a pretty decent size bed, but it'll be easy just to lay a bunch of bags of mulch and spread them out. I mean, it's going to be a hot one because it's directly in the sun, but it should be easy other than that. There aren't many things in the gardening world more satisfying than a freshly edged and mulched flower bed. It's like the chef's kiss. It just tidies everything up and makes it look like you know what you're doing. It looks great, and I can't wait until this whole thing is done, and I can't wait for you guys to see that vision, because I felt like before I did the secret garden, I was having trouble articulating how I wanted it to look, and I don't know if it was coming across in my explanation. So I think that the same thing might apply to this border that I'm going to be creating. So hopefully it comes together as good as the secret garden. So it makes me feel good now that instead of these just being circles, like a circle and a circle and a circle, now it's one long flower bed. So one, I think it looks better. And then two, it's just easier to mow around. And just imagine, this will be a big triangle right here, and then the flower bed will go all the way down. It's going to be really pretty. And then in some spots, because I don't think it will be just a straight line, in some spots it might like come out and I'll have like some perennials. It's just going to be really, really pretty. I can't wait, but it definitely needs to cool off. And then I just wanted to say these see, I just did it. These candelabras are very similar to Pinky Winkies. It's just a different brand. All right, 2 of the jobs done today. And then we just need to go back and see what I have to plant, and then choose spots. I know I have one plant that needs planted in the shade, so I think we might do that one, just because I've been in the sun, I feel like, long enough. And then we'll just have to see what else I have back there. I have this sweet tea heucherella that needs planted, so we can do that. Look how pretty that is. But I'll show it to you closer when we get everything together. I know what else we can plant. You probably wouldn't believe me if I told you that I still have plants that I started in jugs for winter sowing this past winter, and they're still in those jugs, some of the things. And if I want to plant them and not just let them go to waste, I probably need to plant them. So they actually look okay still. So believe it or not, let me show you what I have. I have 2 different types of foxgloves. These ones look a little bit more stressed than these, but let me see if I can find, okay. These ones are strawberry foxgloves. They're really, really pretty. They have like a mauvey pink color. And then these ones are something, let me see if I can find the tag. These ones are giant spotted foxgloves. So we need to find places for both of those. I still have some shades of summer verbascum that I started, but I have planted so many of those this year that I started in my greenhouse that I'm not worried. I'm not finding a place for those right now. If they last a while longer, they last a while longer, but I'm not spending energy on those. And then I also have some gold dust alyssum. It's seen better days, but maybe we can plop. I probably won't separate this one. I'll probably just put it in a hole. But the foxgloves, I'll probably try to separate a little bit. I'm gonna give them a drink before we go any farther. I think I'm gonna put most of this stuff near the greenhouse. I would say that this area over here would be considered full sun, and then as you get closer and closer this way, it turns into more of a part sun situation, and then into like a part shade and then shade. So The Foxgloves, I've had luck with them being in a decently shady spot. Let me show you. This area is an absolute mess, but this one right here that has these stalks on it, this is actually strawberry foxglove that I had planted the year before. And this area gets morning sun, like, I don't know, maybe no more than 4 hours, and they bloom really well. This is another type of foxglove, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. So yeah, we'll probably have to go without that information for right now. But anyway, so I actually think in my area that foxgloves benefit from a little bit of shade. And I was thinking, so this, it's actually 3 mahogany splendor hibiscus plants. They're an annual, and I put them in the ground very late, but they're doing what I wanted them to do. And it made me realize that I really like that red color right here. So I am gonna find something that gets red here. Can you guys picture that, that 9-bark tree that I saw at Oakland Nursery? It was called Jubilee, I think. Could you picture that right here? Oh, that'd be so pretty. I don't remember how big it gets, but that might not even fit, but something like that. So here's what I'm thinking, because I want something red and taller right in this spot. There's an area, a space right behind it, right here, that I think I'd like to fill up with foxgloves. I think that that would be really cool. Have them peeking out from behind, and it would help create a wall that I'm wanting to block off the secret garden. And then, I don't know, the sweet tea could go somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe it would actually be kind of cool right here in this open spot that I have for right now. I'll have to check online to see what how much sun it can take, because it will get some sun right here. So let me do a little bit of research and looking at tags and whatnot, and then we'll get this going. I looked up the sweet tea heucherella, and it said on the website that I looked, it said half sun, half shade to full shade. So I'm going to try it. I think that it'll be okay. And if it doesn't end up working out, I'll just move it. That's the name of the game. I really don't mind transplanting stuff. It's no big deal. So that's what we're going to do. So pretty much everything is going to go in this one spot. There was a tag, sweet tea foamy bells, sun to part shade. Height 20 inches, space 28 inches, zone 3. There we go. And here are these finished. This is really pretty. I really like that. I hope it does well here. I mean, time will tell. We will see. And then it's kind of hard to see from this angle, and it won't do anything this year, but next year the Foxgloves should look absolutely beautiful, because I dug 20 holes, but I ended up filling like 3 back in because some of the clumps I just left with a couple plants, just because I was already ripping them up pretty good because the roots were established in those milk jugs, which makes sense because I left them in for forever. But I think they look good right now. And this is the back side of the, well, where we just were. We're in the secret garden right now. And I think it'll look nice if the foxgloves grow up and there's some beautiful color. It's, I don't know for sure because it might be too much shade, but I mean, they were seeds, so it's not like I was out a bunch, and they almost went to waste anyway, so might as well do an experiment with them. And that's going to be it for today. Before I grabbed the foxgloves, I was going to do some shrubs, and I have an idea I know where they're going. I'm creating a living hedge, and it's only about halfway down the backyard right now, and I want to keep it coming. So I have some some stuff to go there. I have like a lilac and a really cool arborvitae and some other things. But I was thinking I could, if I planted them now, I would have had to do the circle of mulch. And this fall, when it cools down, I'm going to be making a big flower bed out of that area anyway. So I was like, well, maybe I'll hold out and see if I get the sod cutter and then put those in. Who knows? I say that now, but then like the next video, I'll probably plant them because that's how I am. So but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We were all over the place. Literally, we were in the backyard behind the house. We were in the front yard. We were out by the greenhouse. We were over by the pole barn. We were everywhere today. But it was fun, and it's I'm hot and I'm ready to go in, but it really wasn't too terrible. Either I'm getting used to it, or it is trying to cool down. The air doesn't feel so suffocating right now. It feels very hot, but when you're in the shade, there's a little bit of a breeze, and it's not like, it doesn't feel oppressive. So I feel like I can get more done in a day. So, but I will see you guys very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.